I'll wait till you shuffle these cards for a little bit. Hey. But how you doing today? We're going to get ready to shuffle these cards. I've shuffled a couple of the decks. Oh! Yeah, and there went some of my deck. How you doing today? We're going to play a little tarot. You guys, this tarot reading is going to be from the 21st right down to the 30th of the month. Now I got most of my smaller decks done. We're going to go ahead and shuffle up this numerology card too. Because I've been getting a lot of cards that, like, seems like a lot of people are going through the same stuff. And it could be, like, just where the universe is, like, lining up at. But I don't know. I've been seeing, like, a spike in people going through similar things. Where, like, I would have had tarot readings before where I could do 5 or 6 tarot readings in a week and everybody have, like, different cards. Last couple of weeks has been super crazy. With a lot of people going through similar things. They're going through similar relationships, insecurities. And so I figure this will be a great time to come in the month right now. With everything changing out. So, let's get started, you guys. I'm going to shuffle these cards one last time before I start to read. We can try to get these cards mixed up some. How's everybody doing? Can you get a comment or something? Know how everybody's doing today? We're starting off with the 3 of Swords. We're going to definitely talk about these. I want to get these cards laid out before I get to talking. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We have got the Queen of Wands. Followed by that, we've got the 5 of Swords. Got the 5 of Swords. So definitely some people have been battling different energies that are going on. Some of you are either dealing or coming out of some like 3-way relationship situations where it's like one party is loving the other one more than they should. There's also some Page of Pentacles, so you're learning how to like balance your money better, and you're trying to make some decisions as to whether or not you want to move to the city or live like in the country. Also sense some Virgo energy going on. And then there's been a battle in some circumstances in which where it's definitely 5 of Swords energy. Where you kind of like, there was a fight or a conversation between 2 other people, and it seems as if you didn't choose either of the 2 people. You just kind of decided to kind of stick to yourself with the circumstance, because someone was like putting a mirror towards you, kind of trying to say that everything was like your fault. But 2 other people ended up wounded out of this situation. Let's get some more cards on the table so I can get a full picture as to what's really going on. We got the 7 of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Wands. We have been getting the Hierophant a lot lately. The Hierophant is definitely back and showing up. So there's been some decision making that's been having to kind of take place. We've got the Fool card, new beginnings. There's new beginnings coming up. Yep, new beginnings, and you're going to be kind of getting escorted and charioted on your way. The Three of Wands, there's a journey that you're going to be going on where you're going to have to make a decision as to which way to kind of go in those journey. I really like that card, like the imagery on that card. This is the Knight of Pentacles that we also received. And we got finally the Lovers card. I'm going to pull one last row just to kind of have some self-clarity for myself and see what's going on, just to see if I can paint a fuller picture. Yeah, we got the Five of Cups. Everything is fine. Got the Moon card. And we're ending off with the Sun. So, of course, our first row is going to end up being our row of kind of like what's happened in the past. Our second row is going to be what is in the upcoming and what I need to know. The third row is kind of going to be like your future. And the final row is going to be more so kind of like of what your overall read should be about today. So when I'm looking at this reading and I look at your past and what you've gone through, so you kind of like had a broken heart. I won't say that there was necessarily cheating energy going on, but there was like uncommunication, like non-communication, shall I say, with someone's emotions. And then they started like reaching out to other places to like gain that confidence or that conversation that they felt like they weren't getting with you. And this could be reversed. This could also be you felt like you weren't getting it from them. Because I often tell you guys that tarot does not have any, it's not gender specific. So like this could either be, the energy could either be what you're doing to a person or what the person is doing to you that you're getting. Once you kind of get the information, it's up to you. Like some stuff will resonate and some of it won't. And like I always say, what resonates, let that shit fly. But I do see that there was a point where like you kind of started like really focusing on self. But when you started focusing on yourself, the other two people that were in the picture felt like you had completely, just abandoned them, and left them standing like out there in the cold. And then it came like a battle where you ended up kind of like just pulling all of the circumstance yourself. You were like taking this all in and kind of blamed yourself for this situation. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm getting slight hot flashes. Let me look at this because this is pretty interesting. When you went literally from the Three of Swords to the Page of Pentacles. So it's like you went through this broken heart. You did what you could to try to heal your heart. You're still in healing, but then you turned all your focus onto you making money versus you actually worrying about what was really going on. In the midst of that, you started to learn about your own flaws. And I'm seeing some Leo energy in here as well, where this lady with the Queen of Wands, I mean, if you see, she has like vertigo and she's not ashamed of it. Like she doesn't completely show her skin like that. She covers up a lot. Like she goes to like put makeup or cover up on her flaws so that people don't see what her flaws really are. Or she wears long clothing. But if if you're paying close attention, you can see that she has these flaws kind of from head to toe. But she's not ashamed of who she is. She's just not out there to flaunt it either. And I think that some of that, like not paying attention to, self's flaws and own flaws was kind of causing this moment where you guys like had this battle, and where whether you had the battle with both of the people at the same time or you had them in individual situations with this, it's like you walked away carrying all the swords. Like you walked away with the win, for the victory, shall I say. And these other two people were the ones that were kind of like left feeling abandoned or hurt. I keep hearing feeling disheveled, as if without you they didn't have much of a way. And this may be because you may have been financially taking care of them, or giving them promise of more in the future. And then when you really like realize like who you really were and what your potential, and looked past your own flaws, you kind of let go of these people that were flocking to you because you were hurt or damaged, shall I say. Or you saw yourself as that. And they were only really there like trying to help you feel better or make you feel better. But they weren't doing it for the right reasons. Like they weren't there for the right reasons. They were there trying to boost their own egos by, using your downfalls and your flaws as ways to kind of come up. In the second row with your future, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. As you see, the pentacles are kind of like growing on these plants that have been watered and seeded. This is going to be a time in which you're going to start to see like all of the work that you put in, the dedication, the time, the work that you put in on yourself is going to start paying off. You're going to actually start to see like your seeds sprout, like the investments that you've been making, the quality time that you've been spending with certain people. This is going to start paying itself off, and it's going to start happening very rapidly because you got the Knight of Wands right after that. So these changes are going to be coming very sudden. And it's like you're going to have to take inner thought in and like listen to your higher sources or your source's power to make a decision, because there is going to be a new beginning coming. And it's like with the Fool card and the sun being out there, the sun is always a bright beginning, a bright fulfillment. With the Fool card, like she's literally dancing on the edge of the edge. And sometimes we have to be able to push ourselves to the edge to see our real strengths and to see what we're really capable of, like push ourselves further than what we are limiting ourselves to be on forefront. And that's pretty cool though, because this is like coming over the next couple of weeks. Like I'm seeing that these changes are going to come, and at this new beginning, like she's literally like listening to her music. She's zoned out. She's not really paying attention that she's that close to the edge. So she's not like worrying or like doubting what she's capable of doing. She's just kind of like going with the flow and enjoying this blissful basking moment in the sun with this new beginning, because this is going to be the time of you reaping your rewards. This is going to be you like sunbathing and the fact that, you've worked so hard and you've earned this, like you've earned this time. And with the Chariot card, it's going to be swooping you off into a new direction. This could be work. This could be relationship. This could even be finances, because it seems like you've learned to kind of like balance your finances a little bit better in certain areas. So with that Chariot card swooping you off and taking you onto a new journey with the Wands, you're going to have multiple paths that you're going to be able to take. Like if you notice she's staring out at sea, and there's those two ships that she's staring out at sea, and she's kind of come through, a new portal area, and she's just like staring out like, okay, at her past emotion, at the things that she thinks no longer bothers her, but they're still kind of a part of her daily life and her daily routine. But she goes out to go look at the water and watch the water move to gain guidance. So you may be starting to reach out with different spiritual things, are taking time to think internally, to meditate, and to really guide yourself on the next decision of the next plan, because you're going to need to take your time with this stuff that's coming up here in the future, and prepare yourself, versus where, recently at this new beginning, you were running towards it. It was coming fastly. But with these changes and this new beginning happening, this is going to be something that you're going to have to be patient with. And like pay close attention to what's happening, because this is going to lead you into your new connection. This is going to lead you to your lover's moment. There's some Gemini energy there. And with your lover's moment, if you notice, like, the on one side of this, everything is kind of like dying and dead out, and on the other side, like, it's growing. But the goddess, the angel that's above here, is covering and protecting her heart. But this is something that you're not going to have to guard your heart with so much. This is actually going to be a new beginning that feels really like magical. And the reason I say that is because you're no longer going to be upset about the spilt milk. You're no longer going to be crying and upset about what you've lost. You're going to be more so paying attention to the things that you've gained, because you're getting that everything is fine. Yes, you went through all that hell and all that stuff, but everything is fine. And you're going to be working yourself with this new person or this new situation. It could be a work, new person, new partnership, business partnership, or a relationship. But I've got a feeling it's relationship, just from what I've been seeing at the beginning with the Three of Swords, and then you kind of like zoning in on yourself, and then going in to like perfect your flaws, or like to work on your own flaws in yourself. Getting rid of those other two people that were just kind of there for their own benefit. And then moving into your seeds growing with the Seven of Pentacles. And then this change coming like abruptly throughout this week. So there's going to be some things going on this week and next week that are going to like trip you out. And they're going to be pure shocks. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's definitely okay. Oh, hello, love. How are you today? I hope you got to see my Pisces read. I did one just for you on my YouTube, so I hope that you really enjoyed that. This is crazy, because this is literally a read that's going on right now for the week of today up until the end of the month. And followed by that everything is fine card, we got, hey Alejandria, we turned around and we got the Moon card, which means that, we're starting to get past those inner issues. You're starting to really work on yourself, and acknowledge the darkness within you, and knowing that darkness is no longer going to take you away from where you're going. Like, the victory is yours, with the Sun card and that baby girl being so happy and in bliss, and she's waving that red flag. Like, the victory is yours. Like, the end of this month is going to be truly beautiful for you. Like, there's going to be a complete turnaround emotionally, and this new person, and they may be a person of the past that's just like has grown or has started to see things differently, because perception is going to be very important over the next couple of weeks, is how you perceive things and how people receive you. I'm glad to hear that. That definitely makes my day. I'm really glad to hear that resonated with you, because it was a deep read. Like, I had a whole cry down after I did that read. So I'm glad to hear that. That definitely makes my day. I see you guys like really enjoying life over these next couple of weeks, because you're going to start having, I think you did. I think I responded as well. It's been a long week. I just had anesthesia yesterday, so it's just been a long week. But yeah, Shantae, I believe you did leave a comment, and I definitely appreciate that, because comments mean a lot. It gives me things for me to be able to look at and kind of know what's working and what's not working. I want to get some clarity over this whole read, though, because like it jumps around a lot. Like, you literally go from this horrible ass heartbreak that you were going through, and then like trying to fix and work on yourself, to like amazing, glowing, basking in the sun moments. And then you swiftly change directions. And then when you're in the change of this next direction, this next journey, which, like I said, this could be a work thing that's causing you to have to travel, because I do see traveling coming up. I see mountains, I see lakes, I see oceans. I don't know if you like to fish, but I keep seeing a fishing pole dangling with a fish on it, and the fish is like swaying in the wind off the pole. And that's kind of crazy, but it's definitely an image that I keep getting. It's like you snagged one, like you caught one. And this time around, you're going to have to be both patient with yourself and this new person, because both you and this new person are like trying to protect your hearts from getting hurt again in the same way that you were hurt before. And remember when I said that we no longer were going to be like looking into our regrets. We're going to be able to see the blessings that those things brought along, and then starting to reflect and have self-reflection. And that self-reflection is going to bring you to your complete victory. So within that week, there'll be some things, there will be some challenges, and this new person is going to touch a lot of buttons. They're going to bring some triggers that like they touch you and you jump. Or I keep rubbing my ear for some reason today, and maybe they like say things to you that make you feel some type of way, or like blowing your ear or something, because I keep getting this feeling in my ear, like right here on my ear, and it's irritating the living daylights out of me right now. But it's like they want to tell you something, and when they go to talk to you, or they go to tell you this, you immediately feel as if you are right back in your Three of Swords situation. But in reality, that's not the case. In reality, they've just kind of gone through some similar things as you have, and they're not so ready to jump head first into everything. It's not saying that you and this person won't have this connection. It's just more so to say that it's going to take you being patient with them, because they're also healing. And, you know, you want patience, but you also want to have this happiness. You want to have this fulfillment moment. And you feel like this person gives you this, and you don't see why they don't see it as fast as you do. But if you rush it, then you're taking a chance and then backing up and backfiring. So you definitely want to take heed to this Knight of Pentacles moment. I think that travel is you're going to meet this person while you're out traveling. And I don't know if this is like you traveling with people or for business, but you will be traveling, and there will be two ships out at bay. And it'll be giving you the opportunity to kind of sit and resonate on whether or not you are ready to make this leap or this jump of faith. I want to pull out some more cards from our Goddess deck just to kind of go over this reading a little bit. Oh, hell yeah. So I picked it up, and immediately at the bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Wands, which means that there's a time for celebration and recognition. It's time to celebrate yourself and, you know, acknowledge and be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back for the progress that you've made, because you're getting to a point where you're not being as affected by the things that once really weighed you down. Yeah, because you're starting to see things from a higher perspective. There was some communication, and it's going to be some even stronger communication coming up over the next week or two that is going to push you on this journey of the unknown, going into an area that you've never been before. But this is going to bring you nothing but blessings and financial gain going into this, being willing to go into this unknown. Be careful when you read over contracts and sign them. I keep being told that it's okay to be ambitious, but don't be greedy. We got that followed by the Six of Wands, which, you know, there's children involved. So there may be like coming out of this, like some happiness involved with children. There may even be some progress that you've made when it comes to how you look at how you spend things, spend money on things. Yeah, you got this Five of Cups again. So you're starting to get over this thinking back on the past of when I did this the last time, or when I opened up the last time, it bit me in the ass. Well, you're starting to get past that, and you got the Lover's card again in the same position of the Reed. So which is with the Two of Cups. This is divine connection. This is, someone that you can talk to, that you can laugh with. You sit back and you guys chat about things that you felt like you could never open up to or talk to anybody about. Is any of this like resonating? Is any of this starting to like hit the nail on the head anywhere? Like I feel like with you walking through the unknown, it scares you. Like you like to, I'm sorry, I had my allergies shot yesterday, so I've been itching a storm. But with you, you don't like not knowing. You don't like not knowing what's going to happen next, or what the game plan is, or the strategy. And being in that darkness is actually going to be good for you, because you're going to stumble upon you're going to stumble upon a new talent that you didn't know you had, or like a new gift that you didn't know you had. And this gift is going to bring money towards your way. And it's going to be a lot of money at once. And it's going to make you very tempted to just sign your name on the dotted line. But I want you to pay attention to the details with that. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, because I don't feel like a negative energy from it. I just want you to make sure you're getting what you want out of the deal. And it's not just that they're offering what they're offering, if that makes any sense. Because like I said, you see the Six of Wands right after that, which is, you're having happy thoughts. You're thinking of moving forward and building a family, and then, working, spending a lot of time working on this project, and this project building up, money with that Eight of Pentacles. It's you mastering a skill, and then that skill, giving you the tools that you need to fit your life, or fixate is what it's saying. I kept wanting to say fix in your life, and at the same time, and it was making me stumble over my words. But when I closed my eyes, I kept seeing fixate. So maybe it's that you're starting to hone in onto this new talent or gift that you didn't know you had, and like you've been working your due diligence to perfect it. But then in the dark moments, you start to think about your doubts again, or when you thought that you were going to be able to do something similar and it didn't work out, or the business that you had before that did not go through. Well, we've got to stop thinking about what didn't go through and think about what is going to come through. Because right behind that, you have this like happy, like blissing, really chill out, great time. Like when I see this card, I think of like hippies out in the park, and blazing, setting up, just having real generalized great conversation. Just, that conversation that just make you walk away and you feel like you've seen your whole therapist. This is going to come from a unlikely source. Like you're not going to expect for this connection with you and this person. But you guys are going to have some work. There's going to be someone that you're shadowing up under, where there's like education, for trade and resource, but it's going to like shadow together with this connection. Like you're going to meet this connection, and this connection is going to push you into the new trade, or the new, area in which of education in which you go in. That is so crazy. That is really crazy. Honestly, this was just a general read today, and for the from today till the end of the month. But I've got the Queen of Swords, and she's all about like following the rules, laying down the rules, and like letting the people around her or like the little minions or the community children is like she talks to them and mentors them and tells them things as guidance. And it's like I see you doing similar things like this. Like take a really good look at that card. Like she not nothing is out of place. She's very prompt and elegant, but she's about her communication, and communication rules for her, and she really enjoys talking to these young minds, or talking to these minds that could be molded, shall I say, because she's got something to teach. Well, goddamn. So you guys had the Two of Pentacles all in the same row. You had the Two of Cups. At the end of that row, you had the Lover's card. And then in my other deck, you got the Lover's card. So what I'm seeing is that there's a very good start for a new beginning relationship-wise. And like I said, it's going to come to a very fast, it's going to start very fast, but then all of a sudden it's going to be like somebody pumps the brakes. And then you're going to have to actually have patience. But coming towards the last week of the month, you're going to have victory with this situation. Yeah, because you were on your totem pole with trying to figure out whether or not going back to the past or coming back in or going to the future. So you may have already met this person or are about to meet this person, because you feel blinded. Like you feel like if you go to the left, this could happen. If you go to the right, this can happen. But Source is telling you that it's okay to make a decision, that the decision that you choose will be the right decision. And you've just got to connect with higher power and higher source and meditate on the way in which you should go. And it's going to walk you right into this blissful moment where you're basking in the sun. Don't pay too much attention right now. You got the Five of Wands to the chatter of people around you that are telling you which direction to go. Because some of these people that are arguing with you, saying like, oh, you shouldn't choose this one, or you shouldn't choose that one, or you shouldn't go on this journey or pick this job, and you definitely shouldn't pick this one. But these people are telling you these things because they don't want to see you progress. They don't want to see you grow and outgrow them, which now makes sense why this Five of Swords is here. Because if you are bickering with them and back and forth with them, you're kind of there with them, versus you not, you choosing not to hear what they have to say and doing what you want, and going in your own direction. They think as long as they have such with this, that they can hold you, they can keep you right there with them. And it's not like they say, oh, don't leave me, or, anything like that. It's more literally like they have these conversations with you and pick fights with you. And then you end up bickering back. And then when you decide, like, no, dude, that was low of me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you hit that ass below the belt when you come. And when you decided that was not what you were, that's not what you wanted to surround yourself with. That's not the type of crowd that you wanted to be around. You started paying attention to self. And once you started doing that, you really started shining. And you realizing that you really don't need these bickerers, these people that are trying to make decisions and tell you which way to live your life. You already know which way you want to go. You already know what you want to do. but it's gonna end in victory. It's gonna end in you waving this red flag. Like, look at this lady. I always say that she's kind of my empress of this deck, and the empress is like one of the highest, more abundant spiritual beings and people that are in the decks. Signifying victory, signifying that you've overcome. Once you decide that you're going to make up your own mind for yourself, everything else is going to fall in place. That victory is going to come. I don't think that you're going to have and it's not to say that you won't have any battles or anything along the way. It's just saying that once you decide on, okay, I'm going to either go this way or this way, and you're not picking like 5 different things to do or to go, you literally kind of like focus out on the 2 choices, and you say, spirit or guide or God, give me the direction in which I should go. And you start to meditate on that and manifest it and ask that question to yourself daily, a couple of times a day, and you're going to start seeing pictures and images. You're going to start seeing where these little bickering moments, that's exactly what it is people trying to deter you from your victory. I can't say exactly what the victory is, but I do know that it is a victory, and it's going to put you to where you're going to be your best self. Is it really resonating with you? That's really good. Talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking right now. What's going on? Before I pull out this other deck. What you thinking? Let's see. All right, Spirit guys, give me some more clarity on these circumstances for my watchers, please. Oh, that flew out. Oh, King of Michael. So we got the Knight of Raphael. We got the King of Michael. And I'm going to go over these and show these with you as well here shortly. I just want to... Okay, we got the 2 of Michael. We also got the 10 of Gabriel. The 10 of Raphael. So you got a lot of... The Empress. Wasn't I just talking about the goddamn Empress? Well, that's good. That is really good. I feel really good about this overall reading. I mean, I feel like you've gone through a lot of pain. Like, I can really feel like the heaviness on your chest, just from carrying so much. But I see a lot of change coming through, especially with the Knight of Raphael. The Knight of Raphael is very romantic and like super dramatic. Not like dramatic in a negative way, but like dramatic like a showstopper. They're very poetic and introspective. I feel like in this deck, this is you. I feel like you are definitely the Knight of Raphael. You're the knight in shining armor that people wish and pray to see. But I do see that there are going to be some conversations and some communications coming up about committed romantic relationships. And either you being swept off of your feet or you sweeping someone else off of their feet. Because these situations are going to be, topics that make your heart like skip a beat and make it like flutter and you like bounce into this ray of happiness. Because like look at like how he's galloping off and even the horse looks happy. Like that's some crazy shit. You've also got the King of Michael, which is probably your other side as well. And it could be even this other person. But they're very much about principle. Like they do things based off of the principle. Like you help people because of the fact of the thought of like, dude, if it was me, I would want someone else to do the same. But you're rational with your decisions. You, if it's not very logical, you're not going to really do it. Like, you're not going to take your rent money and pay somebody's electric bill. You know what I'm saying? You're very ambitious and very well respected amongst the people around you. So I don't know why you don't feel like you can make the decisions that you need to make. Because everyone else sees you as this, like, the person that they come to for wisdom, and the person that is not going to be judgy, or, you know, they're not going to objectify them. Like, you're going to really look at a person for who and what they are, and like, honestly speak to them and not at them. But it's definitely saying that you're going to need to be able to use those key features of yourself over the next couple of weeks to be able to get to where you're trying to go, because that wisdom that you have and that objectivity that you're capable of utilizing are going to be very important to you right now. Stay keen to what is right and wrong. You generally are really good about doing the right thing. But it's definitely telling you to stay into your integrity. And that this situation is going to definitely cause for open and honest communication. I told you there was going to be a lot of communication over the next probably the next week even, that is going to lead you into starting to make some different decisions. You got the Two of Michael. It says it will all be better if you just make a decision, and that you definitely have been over analyzing. But it's telling you to be able to find a compromise, like make a complete, like, you don't have to always fucking be right, dude. Like, I get it. Sometimes when you have a feeling, you have a feeling. But when the universe is fucking talking to you, it is, and I am a fucking criminal of doing it too. Like, I overthink things, and I will sit there and I will ponder, and it makes it sometimes harder for me to do a read, because like I see so many different things at one time when I read the read, that this can go in like 19 different ways, and it's like, well, what is the real message? Like, what is truly the message? And it is telling you that if you just make a decision, that all of these other things that I was talking to you about are going to come into play, because you've definitely been over analyzing whatever this problem is that you're having with, and it's you and someone else, like, going head on about this, whatever this issue is. But this is you and one other person going like head on this. But I feel like that's where that other group of people come in at, is that they've been putting their little 2 cents in, and, you know, coming at you about it, and then coming at that person about it. And then it's like, now y'all got everybody else's opinions throwing off what you really feel and what that person really feels and what they really think. But neither one of you are willing to compromise right now. So now it's all about compromising, and being able to find a compromise, like a rational compromise, that falls within the principles of who you are and what you stand for. Oh goodness, give me 1 second. My foot went numb. I don't know. Maybe somebody's going through some stuff with their leg, because my foot seriously went numb, and that leg has been bothering me all day. Let's see. You have the 10 of Gabriel. This is telling you to ask for help, for people to lighten your load. You've been carrying too much on your own, dealing with too many burdens on your own. It's like you've got a game plan, and you know you're not supposed to lift over 10 pounds, but you're trying to gain this muscle weight, you know, within 2 months, and you know you're going to need more than 10 pounds to do so, and you're still trying to carry this whole load by yourself, rather than finding a spotter. Does that make sense? How do you feel about that? Does that make sense at all? Oh, I need for my leg to wake up. I don't know why it does that. I've been having like this tingling coming up from my foot for a little minute now. And I don't know if somebody's like sitting on their feet or if they're like they've been standing in one position for too long and then like their leg is going to sleep because my whole right leg just went to sleep just now. Like, it's tingling. I'm such an empath. Like, this is just crazy. I feel other people's stuff and it's driving me crazy right now. It's throwing me off. Dude, how many hours did you work this week? Like 100? Because it's definitely like you're overworking yourself. Like you've overworked yourself to avoid this situation, to avoid having to make a decision. So instead, you've just been like throwing yourself into work, and it's like everything will fall into like whatever's meant will be, and you're not really making a choice. Like you're definitely overly working too hard to please others. Like it's like you're trying to please a person to the left of you, and then on the right of you, you're trying to. But every time you like bend over backwards to please the other person, you kind of fuck up and forget whatever you're doing for the other person, and so it's like you're being stretched in too many different directions, and that's back to this, you being stretched in too many different directions. Um, hmm. Are you working multiple jobs right now? Because one of them you really don't need. You did it just to do it so that you don't have to be at home. Is that what that's really about? Let me know if I'm hitting this on anywhere, because I don't know why that just came up. Like, I keep hearing that fucking song. Who sings that shit? It's like I'll do anything for clout. I'll do anything for clout. Like basically like anything in principle and on like standing on your name. Like you'll do whatever the fuck it takes to stand on your name. But your name is only what you make it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think that's part of the song. Why is that? What is that? So I heard I'll do anything for clout. I'll do anything for clout. I hit that nigga in his mouth. But I'm like, that shit is crazy because anything for clout. And then I'll hit him in his mouth. It's almost like you be busting jaws. Like and not physically, but more like you can talk yourself into or out of almost any situation. And you do stuff just to know that you were capable, like just to say you did it. Like, I don't know, that shit's weird. You said no, but you're puzzled about this new job offer. Hmm. Will this new job be sending you to a new location? Like to travel? Because I saw you traveling and I'm not sure of where to. But I know that it does have something to do with the work decision with the travel portion. Because I feel like whoever this new person is, or like this new beginning, you're either gonna meet them on this trip, or they're gonna be like a friend of a friend of a friend that's like connected to the trip or somehow. It's out of state. Is it near water? Because I keep seeing you standing like at the edge of like a pier and like watching this like ship sail out for some reason. I don't know why I keep getting that image. I mean, I think that you should definitely pay close attention to the details. I remember I was telling you before you sign the new contract or the new offer to pay attention to the details, because that is that offer coming up like this week or next week? that you got to make a decision? Because I got that in your like current situation, um, not in your past. But you and some family member are about to start having a better connection. It's like the rainbows coming out after the rain type shit. And I keep hearing like happily ever after. So I mean, this job may be the move for you. It may be the thing because you got the Empress card right after that, which has the three. Which of course I always look at the three personally as like the Trinity. It's like you're being guided by spirit, whole spirit, Father, God and Jesus type situation. So I visited there for 2 weeks and then came back. But I have till the end of this week to go back if I take the job. Yeah, I'm thinking you should, because it seems like it's gonna be better pay. You're gonna work a lot, but it's not gonna be as hard as you've been working. Like it's like your previous job was more physical. This job will be more mental, is what it seems like. But your voice is gonna be very important in this new job. You're gonna be mentored by a person or two, but your voice is gonna be very important at this new job. Hmm, that's interesting. With the Empress card, you got the Archangel Gabriel showing up. And he is a person of action. Um, and it's telling you that it's time to act on your plans, and that creativity is going to be rewarded, and that you're going to be walking into abundant resources. So I don't know what this new plane of job is going to be for you, but I feel like the new job is going to be a new beginning. It's going to give you an opportunity to start over, just kind of like in life in general, and like build a brand new beginning and a new name for yourself type situation. Tell me what you're thinking before I grab this other deck to clarify a little bit more. And what state is this job going to be in? Because I promise you, I keep seeing like a lot of water and like blue skies and like beachy fronts, like, yeah, bright sun. So I don't know if this is like California or Florida or New York even. I keep seeing this bridge, and it reminds me of the San Francisco Bridge when I look at it. But it's like you going to this new place. Um, oh, now that's ironic. Like Savannah? Because I don't know. I swear I keep seeing these bridges in water. That's crazy. I actually, I, I live on the cusp of Georgia and South Carolina. Like I literally can cross the bridge and in like 3 minutes be in Georgia on one side of where I stay, and on the other side of where I stay, it takes like 15 minutes to get to Georgia. Okay. Hmm. Megan's not bad. Macon's definitely a lot smaller than where I'm seeing you coming from. I told you I kept seeing like the city behind you and like a bunch of greenery shit on the other way. And maybe I keep seeing the water because Macon is so close to Florida. Maybe that's what that's about. Where do you live now, if you don't mind me asking? Because I know this is going to be it's going to be a long journey from where you are. I do know that. Um, but I really do. I think that this is going to be a new beginning for you, and this new job, you're going to end up meeting some new people that are going to be like more in tune with who you're trying to be. Yeah, maybe that's what the bridge is. Maybe that's why I keep seeing that bridge, because you guys got some pretty long ass tunnels and shit out there. Hmm. This is deep, Shantae. Like, I got goosebumps. Like, I got real loud goosebumps. I think Source is telling you that this is gonna that will be the move for you. Um, that the smaller city is gonna be the kind of slowdown that you need to be able to become more in tune with yourself. And not the busyness and hecticness of that big city life. Like, that's kind of what made me move to where I'm at now. Is I left Atlanta to come down to fucking North Augusta, South Carolina, and even my mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you serious?" But I'm really good at what I do. Like, my job, like it I love it. It's stressful as shit, but I get to help other people, and that is a really big thing for me. So I think that this is saying that you, because I told you the change is going to come like fast, and like this week is really fast, right? Um, but it's time for you to make a decision. It really is. And to stop over analyzing, because it's not that you can't afford to make the move. It's just that you're nervous about leaving behind everything that you have going on behind you. But what's meant to be will really be. Like, what's meant to stay in your life will stay. There's nothing that can happen that can take away what is meant to be yours or what's meant to be a part of your life. You just have to make the decision to make it. What the freak on God's green earth are you doing? I'm gonna get his cat up for adoption by next week. I promise you. I'm not. I just say that to him because he be making me feel some type of way. I was talking to you and I had zoned out like in thought, and all I see out the corner of my eye is him like attacking this box that I got for my job today. And like he's not even like really attacking, he's just trying to stick his finger in between the cushions in the couch. I don't know what he's got going on in his life, but we're not gonna let him interrupt this right now. Um, but I feel like this move away is going to make your family relationships better. And when I say family, this could be like, friends that you feel like are family. This can be, relationships. But I keep seeing happily ever after. And, oh, I love him. Him just bad. Him is bad. I do see that, this is going to bring you this is going to bring you a different type of money than what you've had before. Um, Are they paying for you to relocate? Because I really feel like it's almost like money growing on trees. And you becoming really, really good at what you're doing. Like, I feel like what you've been doing before, you've been doing for like 8 or 9 years, and you're kind of burnt out. And it's time for a change for you, is what I feel. How are you feeling so far? Oh, Oh, as far as them paying for you to relocate, um, fuck it, it may be worth it. From what the cards are saying, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be worth it. I'm gonna pick 2 more Archangel cards. Um, and see what they say. Because with all these 10s, I see completion. You got the 3 of Gabriel. This says prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So, girl, make that move. Make that move and stop playing. Ooh. You also got the Page of Michael. This is a person that's very truthful and they're very perceptive and analytical, but they're very blunt. I get a lot of Virgo energy out of that. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. Well, I mean, maybe this is what you really need. I promise you, my best friend asked me earlier today, like, are you going to be doing any reads today? And I was like, probably not. And then about an hour ago, I had started shuffling my cards and something was like, go online. My other best friend called and prolonged me from going online. And I guess that was for a reason, because maybe this message was for you. I mean, because it's saying that it's an exciting new challenge. But it does say that you definitely have what it takes to succeed. You've just got to have the confidence in yourself. But I keep getting, this is like the 3rd time that I've gotten for you to review your contracts or the documents thoroughly to make sure that you're getting like that. Not only is it being something beneficial for the business or for the company, but it's beneficial for you as well. So I say take a double look at that contract before you sign the dotted line, but I definitely think that it's going to be a good move for you. Because look at this. Even in this image, the city's behind him. Like he's out there flying a kite. There's this damn owl that came out of nowhere. Like, how often do you see an owl by the beach, dude? I'm just curious. But and that's a whole owl, so owls are symbols of wisdom. And, literally the entire city is behind him. And the city's in this like darker, grayer area of what is going on out where he is. Like, look at that. So maybe it is time for you to move to this other place. I don't like uneven numbers, so I'm going to pull 1 more of those cards because I just don't like uneven numbers. It's just weird. So you got the Page of Raphael, and it's gentle. The Page of Raphael is very much known for like his gentler side, being very loving, having daydreams, being like, just kind of like starry-eyed, stuck in a daze kind of like feeling, and just being very open-hearted to new decisions. But even in this image, like the archangel is there, but there's all this water and waves in the background, like these emotions. It's like that emotional turmoil is behind her. And she is off, walked off away from the city to kind of like meditate and get herself. But it definitely says that there's a new emotional situation. And there are messages regarding relationships or social invitations. But there's going to be great intuitive insight. So your instincts are going to be like right on point right about now. Like I said, stop overthinking, follow your instincts, make a decision, make a thorough decision. And everything seems like it's going to really work itself out. Like, because it seems like at the end of this month, you're going to have a really huge victory. And I'm feeling like this job is going to be the victory, to be honest with you. And it might not even be the job itself. The job just may be the tool or the vessel to get you to this place. You know what I'm saying? to get you to this new lifestyle. Let's go. Guardian angels, give us some information, some overall energy for the read. Give us some overall advice. Oh, of course. Anytime. I appreciate you as well. Like I always say, I'm just an inbox away or a phone call away. I hardly ever cut my ringer off, but every now and then I have to. Jesus, that was a lot of cards. We're going to take them, though. Let's see. So you got celebration. You got go within. I'm going to actually keep that one for the part of the read. This one as well. That one as well. You got the 10 of abundance. The 4 of the motion, which is almost like getting the 4 of wands again. You got a win-win situation. The 7 of abundance. The 2 of emotion, which is like the lover's card or the 2 of cups. And the ace of emotion. So I'm going to go over those. But the overall advice is to have celebration, to go within, and that this is a win-win situation. So the win-win situation says that there's strength in diversity. By blending your ideas of other people with your own, you can often come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. Go within is telling you that you are a very intuitive person and that there are many wonderful insights that lie waiting inside you. Take time to be quiet and reflect upon the desires of your heart through meditation or prayer. There is no need to take too much action right now, but very much so be patient with yourself. Celebration says that there is a wonderful time, this is a wonderful time in your life. Your difficulties are starting to fade and fall away. And the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make a long-term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. All right, let's start with this actual read. So it says the 9 of thought. And it says, stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts towards the positive. There is no need to worry. Anticipating the worst is not helpful. Know that heaven will provide a solution if you are experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life. Release the problem to your angels. You got embrace those around you. It says this is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. It says, 8 of thought. You may feel as though you are restricted by the circumstances you find yourself in, but that is simply an illusion. Remember, we talked about that with the moon card. It says, make a promise to yourself to refuse to be stuck in a situation that is making you unhappy. Don't wait for someone to come rescue you when you can free yourself. So we're just going to run track through the house is what we're going to do. You can see what this cat is doing. He needed his own TV show. You got the Guardian of Emotion. It says this situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. You are surrounded by those who only have the best intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card indicates a generous humanitarian and a refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reference to those characteristics that you have within yourself. You got the 3 of action. It says things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, it is time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or to move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel. It may be necessary. You got the 3 of thought. Loving angels surround you to heal and comfort you. The sadness that you feel will fade away in time. And then you'll be able to see clearly how important this situation has been for your spiritual growth. Take the time you need to forgive yourself and others so that you can embrace in the future that you have coming with joy. So do not feel bad or beat up on yourself for having to leave some people behind to make this change. Some of these people are needing to fall out of your life anyway because they're not sharing the same type of beliefs that you are as far as how you're planning on growing and what you're trying to move forward with. I'm going to end up reading these next 5 cards out of order, but I'm going to read them. You got the 10 of abundance, which you got a lot of 10s in this, which means you're coming to a lot of completion. So this decision is going to make a really big change in your life. It says, heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes from knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. You've got the 7 of abundance. It says, have patience. Sometimes dreams grow slowly. Don't worry. The hard work you've invested will bring about a bountiful harvest. This is a good time to prepare because things will soon move forward quickly. Use this time to rest and plan. We said time was going to fly. You got the 4 of emotions, and it says there are wonderful people who wish to help you. Opportunities are being offered to you, but you are not noticing or trusting the gifts heaven is bestowing upon you. Look around you. Daydreaming or going within is a healthy way to get clarity, as long as you can act upon your dreams. So it's going to take you making action in the things that you've been dreaming about and thinking about. You receive the Ace of Emotion. This little guy is announcing that a wonderful new emotional experience is coming your way or into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship will experience a new awakening. It says it's also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. Last but not least, you got the 2 of emotions, and it says a relationship grows closer as 2 people fall in love, or a current relationship grows much stronger. Friendships may deepen into a spiritual connection. Mutual respect and understanding exist or will develop. It says do not give up on relationships that feel challenging to you. There is still hope. How are you feeling? What you thinking about? Because I'm going to clear this up, and then I'm going to do the numerology, the where I make you pick 1 through 5, and we do pick out the numerology cards. But while I'm cleaning this up, tell me what you're thinking. How are you feeling? Talk to me. Is this helping you at all? Like make decisions, or like are these things resonating? Did I just crawl in your head today? Like, what's that? Talk to me. My legs stopped tingling finally. You still here? You done got quiet on me? And I think you did too. I told you Spirit kept telling me I needed to do a read, and I wasn't really in the mindset to do one today, but when I looked at the calendar, I was like, oh, yeah, I definitely need to go on. And my friend had hit me up and was like, dude, I'm off work today. Are you doing any readings today? And I was like, I might go online. And then I got distracted. And then I came online and you're here. So maybe this was for you. I always say that the spirit brings spirit when it pulls itself out when it's needed. It attracts what it's supposed to attract. And you hear the messages when you're supposed to hear them. I just like to try to reshuffle these a little bit after I've done a read. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's see what your overall house energies are saying with your astrology energies. I'm going to take those 3. You got Mercury, and it says, how you think and communicate, write, talk, and travel are going to be very important right now. All of this has all been about you like working and traveling and writing and communication. What do you do for a living? Because that is crazy. And you also got Scorpion energy. And it says the energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magically charming. But it's also very secretive and possessive. You've been fighting with yourself about whether or not this is the right move to make. But it's not because you don't think it is. It's because the other people are holding you where you are as if you are a possession. But they have like secret motives. I don't like it. You got Uranus, and it says your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. I feel like you really need to see this card. What do you think when you see this card? Tell me what type of feelings and emotions and thoughts that you get when you look at this. What do you see when you see that card? Because I got some deep connections to it. And what are you feeling? What stands out to you? Yeah, honey, we all got a story to tell. um, hmm. Your potential for sudden change. I think that this change is going to awaken like a softer side of you, like a different side of yourself that you haven't been able to be in the past with other people. You said the card gives you confusion? What type of confusion? See what your angels and ancestors have to say. Focus on that confusion part for me, on what it is that's confusing you. And let's see if your ancestors and angels will give me some clarity on that so we can talk it out. I say that like we're having a two-way conversation. But I guess our spirits are, so, it is what it is. I need to shuffle these. I don't even like how that felt. Focus on that confusion that you're having, though. And angels and ancestors, guides, Father Sky, Mother Earth, we ask and welcome you here now. Provide us with some wisdom and knowledge to help us be our better selves. For my watcher today, I ask and I call upon spirits that protect and watch over Shantae, to be able to provide us with the messages that we need to have. Give us the information that we need to make the proper decision to be able to be our best selves, both now, in the future, and moving forward. Oh, wow. The moon. Take notice and note of intuitive messages. On the other side, you also got the hunter, which is telling you to track down your fears and your desires. I mean, but if the person really wants the best for you, they would try to work it out long distance or whatever they need to do for the best of you, you know? And that's just like being unselfish behavior, you know, of truly unconditionally wanting the best for the person that you care about. Is if you have to leave me for 6 or 7 months to do whatever you need to do, then so be it. There's, with the world that we live in now, there's so much technology and ways of communication and airplane rides and bus rides and train rides and all kind of shit that can get you from point A to point B to see somebody that stays further than you, if it's really worth the relationship. I just don't understand why people would want to stop somebody else's progress. But, and you definitely have been in your thoughts a lot. Like, I can feel that, like, it's like a storm going on in my head right now of thoughts, just like constantly rushing. And not to say that I don't always have that problem anyway, because I do, but it's like, you ever watch the movie Twister? And there's this scene in that movie where like everything is being engulfed and pulled up like slowly, but so fast at the same time. And it's like you have this twister of thoughts. It's like your brain never shuts off. But it's like you've been honing in and focused on this one thing. And it's like nobody's been compromising you or the person. And so you're not getting sleep. And it's hard for you to make the proper decisions when you're not getting the rest that you need. Which is why a lot of your cards are telling you to take rest. And, come up with some sort of compromise. But I don't think that the compromise should be you not taking the job, is my personal opinion. But again, I'm not a doctor. I just read what the cards say. But the card, that's the thing I like about tarot, is that you have free will to make, whichever decision, either way it goes. The cards aren't telling you necessarily that, that is exactly what you have to do. But it is definitely saying that these things are embarking for a reason. Because, what happens if you decided to stay and the relationship doesn't get any better? You stay at your same job, things don't change. And then you're stuck in this, like, stuck in the mud situation where you are left thinking the what ifs. Would you rather think about the what I cans or the what ifs? Is a better question. Yes, you got the eagle, and it's telling you to see everything from a higher perspective. You got Mother Earth. It is telling you to feel love and comforted because your guardian angels are watching over you. You got the wise one, another owl. That first card was the eagle. The eagle always soars up very high because it flies into a level in which other animals and birds cannot fly. And that's you. Like you're the type of person that other people can't understand what you do and why you do because they don't see that highly. They don't look at things from the higher realm of things. And you tend to soar. You literally, I keep getting that soar. I kept trying not to say it, but it apparently wants me to say it. Because when you don't look at things at just one angle, but it's telling you to grow within your current situation to be able to make a wise choice. And with the crescent moon sitting like right there on top of the owl, that's another symbol of new beginnings. You also got the spring card, and it says, see your seeds grow. You got the traveler card. It's saying move in a new direction. I think it's time to make that move. I really do. And I mean, change does take time, but all of your cards, like every deck that I've pulled out has pulled out something about you traveling and moving in a new direction. You got the animal guardian, and she is telling you to trust your instincts. You're also being told to retreat and recharge. Your guardian angel is telling you that you are not alone. And it says, surround yourself with protective energy. Call on source and spirit to protect you. And you got the high priestess, which is time to harness your own mystic powers and set your sights on what it is that you really want. And I mean, and maybe that's a sign as well. Like maybe that can be a sign or is a sign that, you know, they're still stagnant and they're not unwilling to compromise. Maybe that's part of what this lesson at this moment is. But Source keeps saying, stop drawing circles around the issue and just do what you got to do. Is what I keep seeing. I keep seeing a pin like tracing itself like in a like an outward maze and going around this in this like unending circle. And it's like you and this person have gone through this before. This isn't the first time you and this person have gone through this. You got the autumn card. It is telling you to release the old and rest. You got the earth guardian. It's telling you to stay rooted and grounded to your true self and to who you truly are. And you got the she-wolf, which is unleashing the wild within. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for this from our angels and ancestors. You received the high priestess, which is telling you to intend and create, which is like manifestation and the laws of attraction. Whenever I see him, that's all I think about is the law of attraction. The same thing with the high priestess that you also received. Because if you look at this, it's like they're calling on each other. Like if you look at this, do you see this? Let me pull this back some. It's like 2 separate people that are like calling on to the universe and the earth and to the world. But it's the high priest and the high priestesses. So it's like the the masculine and the feminine energy of that same situation. So it's like your complete self being completed and seeing itself in the mirror and um attracting the opposite of what you are, or the same of what you are, but the opposite energy. So like the more feminine of you is what I'm getting. But it's saying to intend to make things and make intentional decisions and pay attention to your thoughts and hone your thoughts in, because the thoughts that you think out are what you're going to create, or what's going to be created. Yeah, you got broken arrow, which is telling you to embrace the energy of peace. You have not been at peace for quite some time. It says learn from spiritual experiences. And you got the summer card, which is telling you to bask in joy and light. I think this move will be a good thing for you. I really do. I think that this is going to be like a brand new beginning. It's going to take some pain away, and then you're going to be eating sweet ass honey, sucking the nectar of life. At the end of all of this, remember I told you I kept seeing all those victories with the cards and the red flags being waved up. But you've seen red flags with this situation before you left to come back. But out of loyalty and familiarity and being afraid of the unknown, you went back. Am I right? I feel like I am, but I don't know. Oh, she left. Well, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the last numerology cards. All right. So we got, with numerology, we got the 61, which 6 and 1 make 5. And it is the self-love card. So now is the time to like be embracing and having patience with yourself to be able to love on yourself a little more, and love yourself as you are. You got the 2, which is the patience card. You got the 57, which 5 and 5 make 10, plus 2 is 12. And then 1 plus 2 equals 3. So you got teaching and learning from the divine. And then you got the health card, which is 71, which 7 and 1 make 8. And then you got parenting, which I feel like the parenting is more so like you birthing a new creation or a new business or a new business venture. That's the 6 and the 3. That's 9. And then you got self-discipline, which is 41, which will be the 4 and the 1, and that's 5 again. And that is self-discipline. So it's going to take some self-discipline to practice self-love. And that self-love is going to teach you and help you learn better about doing and dealing with others. Your health is going to be a prime focus, like getting yourself back in shape, doing things that you love to do. And then this new avenue is going to birth into your life a new venture that's going to be like your baby. You're going to hone on it and you're going to take care of it and make it prosper. And that self-discipline is going to help you get to those places. So I hope this read has been good. I know this has been a little bit of a longer of one of my reads, but I hope that everyone that tuned in definitely got what they needed, because everything is not for everybody, and some stuff will resonate in some places and other places won't, because this was just a general read. Definitely get at me, inbox me for conversations or thoughts or questions. And I'm going to close this read out with some Psalms cards. Now, got to get a little quote of Bible in there somewhere. All right. We got, blessed are all who take refuge in the Lord. That is Psalms 2 and 12. We got, the Lord is my strength and shield, and I trust him with all my heart. That is Psalms 28 and 7. We got Psalms 138 and 8. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me, and your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Psalms 138 and 8. So those are the Psalms that I tell you to focus on right now to help give you the clarity that you need with everything that was read with the cards, and to make our decisions, to get us to being our best versions of ourselves. You guys, I hope that this has been great. I know this has been one of my longer ones, but I definitely thank you for your patience and being here. And I hope that you have a great week and the end of April, because I did this read for the 21st up until the end of April. So I thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed day. I am signing out. This is Kat the Empress. Definitely feel free to follow me on YouTube. I will have to go later and do a different reading there. So be looking out for that video on YouTube today or tomorrow. But I hope you guys have a blessed week, and reach out if you need me. Sending all my love.